Hey guys, welcome to the interview series with Introverts Co. This is episode 5, Get Comfy on Camera, with YouTube strategist Zy Zyrah Hong. She is absolutely a wealth of information when it comes to just really getting comfortable on camera, especially if you are an introvert like both of us. So we talked all about not just the strategy, but also the mindset that goes into going from feeling super awkward and uncomfortable on camera to showing up and saying exactly what you think. So her and I both can completely relate to anybody who struggles with getting on camera. And so I'm really excited for you guys to watch this interview. It was such a fun one, and there were just so many golden nuggets and things that I think will really help you. I know that if I had heard this interview when I was afraid of being on camera, it would have changed everything for me. So without further ado, click that play button and join us for this awesome interview. I'm so excited to hear what comes through for you and how you guys practice getting on camera.
Okay, so hi everyone. We are officially in episode 5 of the interview series with Introverts Co. And today I have Coach Zy Zyrah, all the way from the Philippines. And Zyrah is a YouTube strategist. I'll let her tell you all about herself. But today we're going to be talking about a topic that I hear about so much from so many introverts. And it's something that I myself, until about a year, maybe 9 months ago, really struggled with. And so I'm super excited to talk about this today. We're going to be chatting all about getting comfortable on camera. So as we chat, as Zyrah and I chat, and then I'll hand you the floor so you can introduce yourself. I would love to know, if you're watching the replay or if you're here live, we would love to know what comes up for you when you think about getting on camera. Are you like ready to go, or are you like, I would rather do anything else? So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being you'd rather be anywhere else, and 10 being like, I could hop on, no preparation, no notes, and kill it. Let us know where you stand. And while you're doing that, let me pass the mic to Zy and have you introduce yourself real quick.
Oh, sure. Hi, Steph. So happy to be here. Finally here chatting with you. So, yep, I'm Zy. As mentioned by Steph, I'm a YouTube strategist for coaches and course creators. I've been a YouTube strategist for like 3 years now. And I help coaches and course creators get evergreen leads for their business through YouTube. So that's basically me in a nutshell. And yes, I am an introvert myself.
I never would have guessed.
Right?
So yeah, it's amazing. So I would love to know, I mean, given that you are an introvert, and I know a lot of people are camera shy that are introverts, how did you go from, or well, first let me ask, were you ever uncomfortable on camera?
Of course.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay. So we're going to have to dive into your story, because I would love to know, like, how did you go from being uncomfortable on camera to now being a really successful YouTube strategist? Like, what is your story? What helped you get from A to B?
Yeah, sure. Nice. So, yes, I'm an introvert myself, basically because I was bullied the entire high school life. So I felt like, I didn't have a voice. People will be judging me every time I speak, or every move I make is being judged. So I don't feel like really showing up. So there are 2 reasons actually that I started my YouTube channel. First is that I had a client in 2019 where he had this strategy and he wanted me to implement it in his own channel, and it worked for him. And I wanted to test the strategy on my own, on a new YouTube channel, like 0 subs. That's one reason. But the other reason that I decided to go on camera is during pandemic, countless family members and friends were asking me how to become a freelancer, how it works and everything about online work. So that was a big sign for me to create a YouTube channel. So I can create videos on the most frequently asked questions so that whenever someone asks, I can just redirect them to the videos. And so, but take note, the first 4 YouTube videos I had was just voiceovers. I'm still not yet that confident at that time to, show my face on videos. And it was just on my fourth video that I asked my small audience if they wanted to see the person behind the voice, and some answered. I got a few answers from obviously my friends and family who said, go for it, show your face, we want to see you, something like that. So that's the time that I really felt like I was ready. But the first video that I showed up, I showed my face was really a struggle for me because I'm stuttering. I always forget my script, and then I am so conscious about how I look, how I sound, and was asking myself, is I was making any sense, those stuff. So I need to battle those. Like the 10-minute video took me 1 hour to film or to record because I kept like cutting it off and just doing it over again. And I always ask my husband and my kids, do I look okay? Do I sound okay? So funny. But I was questioning myself if I should just like ditch the video and just go with the voiceovers. But I felt like the audience at the time, even if I had little, small audience, I felt like it's my, responsibility to show up because, they told me to do so. And I think the thing that really encouraged me to just go do it is to the impact that I will be making. That's like, Zy, you're doing this not for yourself, but for the people who will be watching your videos, and how much impact you can make and create for them, how much you can help them, inspire them. So that's basically the big aha moment for me to decide to just go, girl, just do it, girl. So even if I look so haggard and oh my gosh, it was crazy, but that's the story behind that.
I absolutely love that. And you said a lot of really, really important stuff that, number one, I know I resonate with. And number two, I know the people in this community are 100% going to find really valuable. So I want to definitely unpack a lot of what you said. But
yeah, sure.
I want to start at the end of what you just said, that very last piece. How you said it's not about you, and that's sort of what was the driving force behind why you finally were able to show your face. And guys, I can't stress enough how important that is.
Yes.
When you're in an online business, not everybody in this community is in an online business, but even when you're, maybe you work for a corporation that requires you to be on Zoom or be on meetings, if you can separate yourself from like the bigger picture and look at this as like I'm showing up here and I'm part of something bigger than myself. Like it's so powerful, and it kind of takes a little bit of the pressure off of you. Because you're showing up and you're asking yourself, like, how is me showing up right now and speaking and sharing what I have to share on camera going to help the person on the other side? And if you keep going back to that one question, it takes away that like self-conscious feeling, because you're constantly you're not thinking about you, you're not thinking about how you're presenting, you're thinking about like, what are the people on the other side of this receiving from me, and how can I make sure that I'm showing up for them?
Yes, true. Absolutely.
And I think that's such an important point that you touched on. So I'd love to explore that a little bit further with you. So when your clients come to you to hire you for like YouTube strategy, when they come to you and say, I really am just so nervous about showing up and getting on camera right now. I'm so nervous about showing my face. What is the very first thing that you say to them? Like how do you tackle that fear?
I actually like talk a lot. I give a lot of of like recommendations on how to really, help them show up on videos and cameras. So the very first thing is to always find a comfortable environment, like
Mhm.
somewhere you're, some place where you feel at ease, more relaxed on camera. It could be in your bedroom, it could be in a home office, or maybe outdoor, just to give you that extra relaxation, and so that you have this familiarity instead of going somewhere else just to film your video, and that you get to be conscious because the people are around you watching you doing your stuff. So that's first thing, create a comfortable environment. And then second is, which is like the most important, is to talk to one person always. It
Mhm.
One way to feel more at ease on camera is to imagine that you're speaking to a close friend, your BFF, who is so
Mhm.
willing to listen to you no matter what, without judgment, because that
Yeah.
will help you also to connect with your audience and make your message more personal. So you just have to look directly at the lens, speak to that lens and to that camera as if you're speaking to your best friend. And when we speak with our closest friends, we get to be very comfortable, right? We get to
Right.
like forget all about the judgments and all the negative thoughts that we have, because we know that the person that we're talking to is someone who's really willing to listen to what you've got to say. So that's really,
Right.
I've been doing that ever since, like feeling like I'm talking with my sister, who is my best friend as well. So
Mhm.
that's one thing. And then the other
Right.
thing that I could say is practice, right, Steph? Practice, 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 because the more you practice, the more you get comfortable showing up on
Absolutely.
camera. And yeah, you can start recording yourself and then watch your video and then see and find out, let's say, what things you like and what things you don't like certain mannerisms maybe, or certain words that you keep repeating on
Mhm.
repeatedly, saying repeatedly, and then
Right.
and that you can also on your next video, you already know how to speak more um, casual, or you comfortable in the camera. You can also actually ask your family, your friends, to get feedback,
Yeah.
and so yeah, and
Absolutely.
yes, and um going back to like watching your video again, see and feel if you yourself enjoys hearing what you're saying, or
Yes, that's a big one.
uh,
Yes.
that's right, so that the next time you film yourself, you already know that I need to get rid of that part, something like that. So that's one thing.
Right.
Yeah, that's one. And then of course, the most important is the one that we discussed earlier, is to just really focus on your message. Remember why you are getting on camera in the first place, right?
Mhm.
Your message is what matters. So,
Right.
and that's what will connect with your audience. So just focus on delivering your message, like, have a script beside you, an outline, so that you won't get out of topic, and just focus on how much impact that message will, create. So yeah, I guess,
Absolutely.
did I
That's
say a lot,
powerful.
a lot already?
Yeah, you did, but oh my God, that was so passive value. Like that was amazing. I want to touch on a couple of the things that you said. So one of the things that really stuck out to me, probably because it's something that I do myself, is you talked about talking as if you're talking to your best friend.
Yes.
So guys, one of that I actually had this conversation last night. Somebody asked me, are you sure you're an introvert? Because you seem so confident and you seem so like, you seem so like ready to share. I'm like, well, the reason that I seem that way is because that's first of all, that's how I want it to seem.
Yeah.
But I talk to everybody online, whether it's on camera, DMs, in my caption, as if I'm talking to my best friend,
Yes.
because that's what helps me make the imposter syndrome go away, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so if I just treat everybody like, okay, this is my best friend and they are not judging me, they care so much what I have to say,
Yes.
then by taking on that mindset, it's so easy for me to open up and just share what I want to share without getting in my own head about it. And
Yes.
if you take that approach, it'll make your life so much easier. And
Yes.
it'll make you so much more relatable and fun to watch, fun to talk to.
True.
Like, people want to feel like seen and heard and nurtured. And if you can speak to them as if you're talking to your bestie or your partner or somebody that
Yeah.
you can just let your walls down with, like, people will feel that energy. Like, Di, hopefully you can feel it right now.
Yes.
But like, I'm looking at you as if I'm talking to my best friend in the world. And right now, you are my best friend in the world because that's
Yes.
just the vibe.
Yes. True.
So I love what you said there. I think that's so powerful. And I would love to invite you guys, if you're watching, to try that. Like, if
Yes.
honestly, put a picture of your best friend on your desktop. And like, so right now I have you on my laptop right now because my little thingy broke. And right behind you, I actually have a picture of me and my husband. So right behind the screen. So I
Uh-huh.
actually feel like I'm just speaking to him. And that's really
Mhm.
just making me feel more comfortable and more safe. Um, and so going off of that, you also mentioned that you try to encourage people to find a comfortable environment. So
Yes.
I love that you said that because I used to be really self-conscious of filming in my apartment. And so I would go to like all these like obscure places to film. Um, like I would go sit in Central Park where it was so loud and like, or I would go sit like on the street at a city corner, or I'd sit in a coffee place, and
Uh-huh.
I could never get in the zone because I was even more self-conscious. So
Mhm.
if somebody doesn't feel comfortable in their apartment, like what are some places that they might be able to go?
Some place where they feel, comfortable. Let's say you like a peaceful place, maybe under the tree outside your house. It's really up to them actually
Mm-hmm.
where they feel more relaxed or they feel comfortable. So let's say for me, I just went from the living room and then decided to film in the bedroom and then go to my home office and just really find the place where I feel more in the zone, as mentioned earlier. So it's really up to you where you find your peace and where you can concentrate and you can really focus on filming your videos, but definitely somewhere that's really without distractions or anything, so that
Mm-hmm.
would be so that you can continue filming your video without any interruption, so like that.
Right. Yeah, and Guy, I mean, Guy, I'm curious about your opinion on this. I personally feel that it is better for you to be in the zone and comfortable and just so empowered by your message than to have the perfect background. That's my
True.
opinion.
True.
Um,
True.
others might have a different opinion, but I feel like we're on the same page here.
Yes.
It is
Yes.
more about you being able to convey the message with confidence
Yes.
than about having this like perfect picturesque background. And
True.
that's something that that's something I had to learn. Like I used to be so self-conscious about everything that was in the background, but like it really doesn't freaking matter. I mean, it does
Yes.
a little bit, but
Of
like
course.
it's better that like you are able to focus on saying what you're saying because nobody's watching you because you have the perfect, most beautiful background. They're watching you
True.
because of what you're saying.
Yes, that was what I was going to say. Yeah, the people are there to to watch your content or to listen to you and watch you and not the background. That's why whenever I film my YouTube videos, it's always this white background so that they
Yeah,
can focus on me, so that they can focus on me
right.
and what I have to say. So and sometimes when you have too much things going around and in your background, people get to be distracted and lose focus on what you're saying. So that we are on the same page when it comes to that stuff. So yeah, I'm with you on that. Definitely.
Right. And like I feel like stuff like the background, like all those like little perfection, like the little details, that can come later. Like you can refine that later.
Yes.
But like if you're getting lost in the weeds and like worrying about the background before you got your message down, I love you guys, but you're doing it backwards. Like focus on the message, focus on
Yes.
showing up confidently, the background stuff and the microphone and all
Yes.
of the extra enhancements. Those are enhancements. They are not
Yes.
like they're not going to replace the quality of your message.
True. Love that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like I don't have the best camera yet, but like we're getting there.
True.
I don't have the
True.
best recording equipment. I'm on my iPhone. Um and it's fine.
Yeah.
People still watch
Yes.
it.
Yes. I feel you. I mean, ever since I started like in 2020 and up until now, I still use my iPhone. Even if it's not
Right.
4K or HD, it doesn't really matter actually. I mean, people will stay, people will engage if, if they can connect with you and they get value from your videos. And I get that I get that from time to time, when I speak with potential clients, their top most priority is always the production side, where I
Right.
always tell them that no, it's always quality content versus over production, and they don't need. I mean, they cannot start simply because of thinking about the microphone, the camera, the background, and oh my gosh, it's not. It doesn't matter anyway. Maybe
Right.
at first, but later on, if if you feel like upgrading your equipments and all, then go for it. But just what you've said, it's the message. Just really focus on what you've got to say, and it also doesn't matter how short or how long your video is, as long as you're able to really get the message across. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's it.
Right. And just to prove this to you guys real quick, I want all of you to picture your favorite TV show, your favorite movie. Why is it your favorite movie? And if any of you tell me it's because of the lighting or the sound or the music, I am calling you on your bullshit. You're full of shit. Um, like it doesn't matter. It like
Really.
you are not watching. If you were watching TV for the lighting and the production value, I mean, God bless you. I don't really believe you, but
Yeah.
that's not why you're watching. You're watching
Yes.
because you love the storyline, and
Yes.
so I want you guys to really just sit with that for a second and remind yourself the nitty gritty does not actually really matter. It's about the story, the message that you're sharing.
Yes.
Um, so I want to switch gears a little bit and talk about one other thing that you touched on, and then we kind of move into different territory. But you talked about like watching yourself and kind of looking at your videos to see where you can improve and just how it came off. So I was kind of like laughing a little bit about that because for the longest time, I could not watch videos of myself. Like I just couldn't. I couldn't listen to recordings. I couldn't watch any videos. I thought I looked like a freak of nature, which was like so mean. I was my own
Yeah.
worst critic.
Yes.
And I was so hypercritical of myself that like I had this story like if I can't even watch myself, if I can't sit through this, then why should other people? And it
Yes.
was like this like constant battle of people are going to judge me. But you know what? I had to, if I didn't want people to judge me for getting on camera and sharing, then it had to start with me. I had to
Yes.
stop being so mean. I had to stop judging myself.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
True.
and so I would love to know like how you guide your client to hate watching themselves or hate listening to themselves. Like, what would you say to somebody who, what would you say to me a year ago who was terrified to watch herself on camera?
Like you already like mentioned how how you did it, so it's basically that it's in only in the first few videos that you feel cringy or you don't feel like watching or hearing yourself. It's only in the first few videos, but if you truly want to improve yourself, you truly want to improve you the way you show up on the camera, you truly need to hear yourself and watch yourself, because as you mentioned, if you yourself cannot like dare to to listen to what you've got to say, then how else other people would be, it will resonate, right? It will resonate. Your audience will feel your passion, will feel your, will feel your vibes. If you yourself can't do that on your own self, then why expect people to give you that kind of, like, that feeling? They might shoo away. But it's really important that to watch that, even how much you hate it, how much you hate listening to yourself, but it's the only way to grow. It's the only way you can improve, and it's the only way that you would love yourself even more, because, oh my god, I said this, something like that. Sometimes, when you film your videos and then you get to say something so, so magical, and then you get to listen to that. Oh my god, I said that's good. That was good. So somehow you also uplift yourself, and you're now starting to feel good about yourself, and you now want to show up even more. So that's the thing that I would say, probably. I would most likely
I
say
love
to
that.
you.
I love that. And that would have definitely helped me a lot. Like, it's really all about getting out of your own way and
Yeah.
just seeing yourself, or learning how to take like a bird's eye view and like be a little bit more objective towards yourself.
Yes.
Like, I now watch my coaching content sometimes, and I'm like, damn, who is that girl? Like, she has got some incredible insight.
Yes,
Like,
right.
that's me. What?
Oh yeah.
But like, I'm not even kidding. Like, 9 months ago, um, 9 months ago was the first time I remember watching a video of myself, and for the first time, I did not judge what I was saying. I took it in, and I was just like, "Oh, that was some powerful stuff I just shared. Like, that was good."
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
guys, if I could overcome it, so can you. Um, Literally, like, I was the last person I would ever think to be showing up on camera, making videos all the time. Blows my
True.
mind.
I can relate to that. I never imagined myself really showing up on you, creating YouTube videos. Never in my
Yeah.
life. But now it feels good. It really feels good, especially when you start getting comments and messages from your audience, and then thanking you and telling you how much you're being helpful and how much they love your videos. You get to
Right.
feel more proud of yourself, because you
Right.
get to, get the message there, and just really, without you knowing, you're already helping a lot of people. You're making such an impact, and they remember you because, oh my god, it's Coach Z that helped me through this, and blah blah, and all of those things. So it feels good, and it's
Right.
just a matter of really going out there, just going out of your comfort zone, and just do this. Just do it. Just show up and get the message out there. You'll soon see the beauty of it, right?
Absolutely. And guys, even if people aren't commenting, even if they're not like immediately sharing that like they love what you're
Yes.
saying, like, people are watching you like
Watching.
a hawk. Like, you don't even know. I had
Yes.
I just want to share a quick story. So I had somebody at work that I didn't even know followed me. And she came to me and she said, I watched one of your videos. And I've been meaning to say this for like 6 months now. And she's like, I watched one of your videos and it inspired me so much that I decided to take my real estate license test. I'm like, what the heck did I say? I have no idea. And she like remembered verbatim whatever it was that I said. And it was just so cool. I'm like,
Yes.
wow. And like, it took me back to that video. And this, like, the reason I'm sharing this is because when she quoted me, which is pretty crazy. Oops, sorry, my camera shot up. It's pretty crazy to be quoted by somebody else. Like, that is wild.
Wow.
But the video that she mentioned, I remember being so insecure about that specific video. I almost took it down. And I almost didn't post it because I was just like, I just sound so awkward and so weird, and I don't think I should share this. I shared it, and 6 months later, she came to me about that video and said it changed her life. So
Amazing.
you never know. Don't be selfish. Just kidding. But like, put it out there. It doesn't. People aren't judging you or criticizing you as harshly as you are. And
Yes.
if there was one little golden nugget or key takeaway that you could help to change somebody's life, just put it out
Yes.
there.
Yes, I love that. I love that. I actually love your videos, right? If you remember, I was like commenting on one of your videos before because I was
Yeah.
really able to relate with you, and I just love the message you shared in there about being bullied before and how you really have grown from that from that part of your life. So that's something that I connected you with, and I love it. I love the message, and I felt like I'm not alone. Right, I'm not alone.
Right.
So that's one thing, that they feel like they're not alone in their journey. So that's one amazing thing as well. That's why I love your videos. That's why I kept I kept connecting with you, right? Because I can really relate with even your on your stories. I watch your stories all the time because I just enjoy I just enjoy everything you say, and you're right. So yeah, that's how powerful how powerful showing up is, because people will really get some golden nuggets from you, and you have no idea how much impact you're making.
Absolutely. It's and like I feel like we've touched on that quite a bit, and I hope everyone is gonna. What time is it? Oh wow, we have been jamming out for 38 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness, I could talk to you all day about this.
All right.
But yeah, so before we wrap up, I just want to hold on. I just want to quickly touch on oh, so my last question for you is, you talked a little bit about having notes, and then we'll wrap up, and I'll have you share your offers and all that. But you talked a little bit about having notes in front of you. And so I'd love to ask you. So I find that when I have notes, I get tripped up personally. So which is I'm a weirdo. Like I understand that, like, that's not normal. So I would love to know, like, selfishly, if you're somebody that gets really like distracted by like what's on the screen, and gets easily distracted by like things in front of you, what is the best way to prepare your notes, in your opinion?
The best way, you mean the script? Even you can just create an outline, just the talking points, so that you won't get out of topic. So it doesn't necessarily mean like creating one page of notes in front of you. It's just like you need to jot down all the key points, so that whenever you speak, you get to take a look quickly, and like okay, the next point will be about this one. So just you stay on track. So and yeah, I think that's just pretty simple, like that, how you would want to focus on those notes. For me, it's really important to have notes or outline or script when you do the video, because especially like for me, I'm so talkative. The tendency is I get out of topic if I think of some other subtopics, and so, oh my god, I need to press brakes and remind myself that I have to talk about this one specific topic only, right? That's so it's really helpful. So it doesn't necessarily mean you need to have a long page of notes, just the key points that you will be sharing. So
yeah, that's helpful. I like, you don't have to write like a whole narrative. I feel like it just can be bullet points. So I guess going off of that is one of the reasons I also struggle with notes is because I get in my head that I sound like a robot when I'm like reading off of the screen. It's just easy for me to just speak and like just let it be okay. So would you recommend that somebody practice going on camera with their notes before, so that it doesn't sound so
That's what I do. That's what I do whenever before filming, a day or maybe hours before I film my video, I practice alone in my room and just speaking as if, yeah, like, the way I speak, and then practice the key points and everything, and just the ad lib that I might add, and all the, the thoughts that I have, so that whenever I film my video, I get to look at my script less, so that, so you need to practice before you film your videos. That's so, so important. And
Yeah.
yeah, I actually, I mean, people were actually really telling me that, oh my gosh, you actually have a script. You don't sound like you have a script.
Oh,
They tell me like
wow.
when I film my videos, because I practice, and as much as possible, I make it as conversational and as casual as possible. The script is just there just to really, keep me on track when it comes to,
Right.
talking about a certain topic. So yes, you need to practice before you film your video, so that when you're filming, it's already natural. It comes out
Right.
natural. Yeah.
Right. And one thing you guys can do that I just noticed on Instagram, is if you go live on Instagram ever, this feature I probably should be using instead of just going right on. But there's a practice mode, where, yeah, and it's
Really,
totally
really.
private. Yeah, and you can actually do it with interviews too. So if I were to have you as like a live guest on my Instagram feed, you can do a practice round. So that way you already get like the Instagram environment, and like you're already feeling like you're in there, and you
Yeah.
can just practice. You can also practice, I believe, I might be making this up, but I believe that you can practice with like close friends. So
Oh,
it'll only
yeah.
stream to a close friend, and you can even have them like comment, so you can practice like responding to their comments and stuff. Um, but that's
Yeah.
a really cool feature that I think
Yeah.
Instagram just rolled out.
Yeah.
Um,
That's cool. I think, I mean,
yeah,
before, what I did before is to use the Facebook Live and just, set the audience into only me, so that I get
right.
the feel, you get to have that feeling that you really are,
Yeah,
speaking in front of camera, even if you don't have audience. But, the psychological side of it will also give you that, feel that, oh my God, I'm really speaking in front of camera, but it's only you. And you get to also review, right? Review your recording and see what needs to be, improved. Yeah, I love that
absolutely.
Instagram already have that feature. So
Yeah, I
cool.
think they just added it because I don't remember seeing it before. Um,
Mm.
but who knows? Maybe I'm only just noticing it. But so, okay, so I have one last question for you, and then I want to have you tell us all about your offers and what you've got going on and how people can work for you with you. Before we do, what is your biggest tip for getting like tongue tied when you're already live and like and you can't stop? Like, let's say you're live on camera on Instagram, and like 15 minutes in, you're just like, I don't know what I just said, or like that was so stupid, and you have like a bunch of people watching. Like, how do you handle that?
Oh my gosh. When just take a break. I feel like you need to take a break. It's okay. I mean, it's okay. Be unapologetic. I mean, like,
Oh yeah.
people actually love the, the rawness,
Mm-hmm.
and the, you're being authentic, and they actually, when you experience that, the people get to relate with you too, right? But just tell them, okay, just add some humor and tell them, oh my God, I need to have a break, guys. I don't know what I'm already talking about. That's how I actually like break that, that that moment whenever I
Yeah.
feel lost or tongue tied and everything. I just tell my audience, just tell them,
Mm-hmm.
like, really tell them that, okay, let's go back, or let's
Right.
have a, let's start over.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, I mean, it's okay, right? It happens, and you just need to like let your audience know that, we need to like take a break for a while, like commercial breaks. So
Right.
that's my
I love that. Hey,
that's my
even the
take on that.
biggest stars, yeah, even the
Yeah.
biggest stars need a commercial break.
Yes,
um,
of course.
well, I mean, obviously they're pre-recorded, but whatever. We'll just pretend they need that. Uh, so yeah, I mean that's such a great point, because you are human after all. Nobody's here to
Yes,
watch a robot, and
true.
I do that all the time. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, is I just literally stop and call myself out and make a joke about it, because
Yes, right.
what can you do? Like, they're literally, what are you going to stop the video in the middle? I have done that, to be honest.
Oh, really?
And to be honest, it's so much more awkward than if I just looked at the camera and said, guys, I don't know where I was going with that. Let's erase that from the record, like cross that off, and let's start over. And people laugh, people love it.
Yes,
It's
right. Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. I do that when I go on live. I usually like make jokes if I feel like I'm getting lost, and the people
Right.
actually really enjoy it. And loosen up. It's fine. It's okay. It happens.
Loosen up, exactly. And if you can find the humor like in that, in like probably one of the most vulnerable spaces you'll ever be in, you will find that you can find the humor in any situation. In person, like I can't tell you how much more confident I've gotten in person because I'm able to show up on camera and just not worry about it. So, all right, this was so much fun, but I want to be respectful of your time. So you have a couple of great offers going on right now that people can hop into, but my experience, and I'd love to have you share all the offers, but my experience working with you so far was your YouTube crash course, which has been so awesome. I'm not gonna lie, I'm only like one module in or two modules in. But I'm planning on getting further into it in the next couple of weeks. But guys, since I started, I only did one module and my YouTube following has doubled. I don't even, it's insane. like what? I can't wait to get through all 14 or whatever modules.
Wow, that's so cool.
I went, not that I have a big YouTube subscription list yet, but every short that I post gets at least one new subscriber now.
Nice.
Which is so awesome. And I went from having, I think, 41 subscribers to now 76 as of today.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm only one module in. So obviously Zy knows what you're talking about, which is so dope. But tell us about that, and tell us about your other offers as well.
Yeah, the YouTube Pro Academy Crash course is actually like really sharing with you the exact strategy that I implement in my own channel and in my clients' channel. So if you're, trying to grow your channel, grow your email list, or like grow your audience basically and have a wider reach, then, and you don't know how to make use of YouTube to for your business, then that's a good, I recommend the course, the crash course, because the entire course is for the freelancers, right? But the crash course that you got is for those of you who want to DIY your strategy for a YouTube channel. So there you go. I think that's basically it. So I share in there the keyword research, the optimization side, and all those stuff, and the things that you need to do before you, schedule your videos, and even a script template for you to be guided on what to say, what's next, and all those stuff. And yeah. And then the other one is, of course, my YouTube strategy, full support, wherein if you don't have the time to do the strategy or the keyword research yourself, do the editing and all those stuff, the tech stuff, that's where I come in for my YouTube full support. So yeah. So I have two Instagram accounts. The YouTube strategy business is the Get Seen More. And then, of course, the YouTubeProAcademy.com, they can visit. And that's for my Instagram account. I am Coach Z. So I have two accounts to manage. My gosh.
Oh, wow. I didn't even realize that. I think I only follow you on the Get Seen More account. So I'll go follow the other two.
It's okay. That's all.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. Is there any other thoughts that are coming through for you that we didn't touch on that you just want to share really quickly before you close out?
Just start before you're even ready. Just go for it. Just do it. Just do it. Oh my God. A lot of people need to hear your message. So
I love that. I love that. Well, thank you so much. And guys, the replay will be available in the Facebook group forever, hopefully. So yeah, just let us know what comes through for you. Share in the comments, #replay, and I hope you guys learned a lot. So
yes,
thank you.
I enjoyed every minute. Thanks, Steph.
Thank you. Have a great Sunday night.
All right.
All
Bye.
right. Bye.
Hey guys, I hope you absolutely loved this interview with Zy as much as I did. If you would like a little bit more mindset support around going from being camera shy to feeling camera ready, I invite you to watch my webinar that I did a couple of months ago. It's called Camera Shy to Camera Ready. It's currently available for just $27, so just shoot me a DM if you want to check that out, and I will get that over to you.